So, according to an online recent study, over 74% of U.S. adults at some point online have experienced harassment while they were actually trying to enjoy their games. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the DC show. This is T. McNeil. So yes, guys, as I just stated, 74% of adults at some point have experienced online threats, online harassment, etc. while they were just trying to enjoy their freaking game online. Okay, now, I made a point about this particular topic, guys, a while back for myself when I talked about, when I game online, guys, I like to game in peace, okay? Thus the reason why 90% of the time I play games offline, and I like the AAA single-player blockbuster titles, okay, guys? And the thing is with me, I've never been one of those type of people that like to wear headphones, even like, say, 10 years ago, like in 2008, 2007, when the 360 was actually popping off. Even back then, I wasn't really, wearing headphones because I'm just not a talker, okay, especially online, all right? I like to play my game in peace, and if I do play online, a lot of times, you don't even have to wear a headphone because whoever you're playing with online, 9 times out of 10, they have their headphones in, and guess what? Anytime they say something to you, you can hear it through your TV, okay? But sometimes that becomes a problem because people just don't know what the hell to say out of their mouths, okay? I'm sure if you guys are online gamers, you have experienced that as well. If you did, let me know down below in the comment section, and we'll go from there. But we'll go over a little bit of information, guys, because this is according to Kotaku.com, and there's a lot of different categories on here. There's figures on here, there's percentages, things like that. Obviously, for video standards and for the sake of you guys watching this particular content, I'm not going to put all the information on the TV. So again, if you want the information for yourself, go to Kotaku.com and you will be able to find it for yourself. But they do talk about a variety of different communities, like the African American community. They talk about the Latino community, the LGBTQ community. They talk about the Latino, the Asians, and they also talk about women as actually being the most harassed, excuse me, guys, out of the entire group of people that I just named, okay? But if you guys want to know just how toxic the online space can actually be, here's the information. Now, it does say that, again, how toxic. Some of the numbers that came from the study conducted in April of this year are mind-boggling. 65% of players surveyed experienced severe harassment, which includes physical threats, stalking, and sustained harassment while gaming online. 29% said that at some point they had been doxxed as a result of a game, which the study defines as a stranger publishing private information about them, okay? It's a damn shame that, a lot of people just can't enjoy the game itself, okay? A lot of folks out here, guys, excuse me, guys, voice is no good today. A lot of people out here, guys, these days are just mad at the world, okay? And a lot of times what they'll do is they'll vent and put their frustrations online via social media, Facebook, Instagram. They jump on, these laptops and PCs. They jump on the online gaming services like Xbox Live, PlayStation Now, PlayStation Plus, things like that. This is actually what they do, okay, because they have nothing else better to do, okay? A lot of people just can't seem to get their emotions under control, okay, especially these days. It seems like you can barely say anything to anybody without that person finding offense to it. And sometimes it could be the damn truth, and they'll still find offense to it, okay? So everybody's on, kind of on edge these days. People are just like ticking time bombs. So you can barely even discuss or say anything to anybody, like I said, without somebody getting offended, okay? But this situation is totally different, okay? Again, it's an emotional thing, all right? Everybody, well, I don't say everybody, but a lot of people will play to win. I don't play to win. I play games to have fun, even though sometimes I do get a little competitive, I'm not gonna lie. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna spew my toxicness on somebody else just because of how I'm feeling, or just because I lost a game, and now I want to spaz out and grab a knife and kill a bunch of people over a game. It's just not that serious, okay? Gaming is a make-believe world, guys. We all have to keep that in mind. We have to remember that, and the fact that, it's not real. It's really not, okay? So, for all these different communities at some point in time to be nearly, just harassed like that, it doesn't make sense. I mean, the death threats and the stalking, seriously, over a game? I mean, really? Over a game? Because you lost the game, or because you have so much hatred in your heart from your upbringing, that you gotta, like I said, you gotta spew this toxicness on other people and try to harm someone for what? What is the point of that? Guys. And then they also talk about too, certain games like World of Warcraft, NBA 2K, Minecraft. These are games that people usually get positive results from as far as dealing with people online. They're saying 80% of players at some point experience positive social interactions with these particular games. Okay, but then as far as the harassment standpoint, they said that like games like Counter-Strike, Global Offense, Overwatch, Players Unknown, and League of Legends, okay, people actually stopped playing these games because studies found that those particular titles kind of had more people that were rude and disrespectful towards other players, okay? I don't understand that because, a disrespectful, hatred person could be on any game at any time, okay? But keep in mind, guys, that this actual report and this study was actually done for over 1,000 people, okay, or 1,000 gamers, okay, in general. So they didn't do a large study, but at least 1,000 people actually participated, and this is the study that was actually found, okay. So, like I said, if you guys want information, again, go to Kotoku.com. Like I said, there's a lot more on here. People talk about, kill yourself online, and they sending you all kind of derogatory, extreme messages, trying to even recruit people for the KKK and being a white supremacist. That also goes on, during gaming sessions as well, which I was really surprised to hear that you're using a gaming platform to try to recruit people. Okay, so this is just a crazy world that we live in, guys, and unfortunately, you just have to try to deal with these folks. You have to do the best that you can, and keep it moving. But one thing about online gaming, guys, as far as Microsoft and Sony is concerned, I don't think Nintendo's going to be in this category right now, but they got to do better, okay, with the online harassment and the policies, okay, for these online services. They have to do better, okay. They have to monitor these conversations. Now, I know people are going to say, well, hey, that's an invasion of privacy. But it's really not an invasion of privacy, because at the end of the day, there has to be rules and regulations in place to help protect gamers, okay? There's rules and regulations in place for everything else. There's policies that set in place, just like on your job, okay? If you're still on your job, or if you're late every day, okay, or if you're not performing the task at hand, guess what? There's a policy in place for that. There's steps that have to be taken, okay, as far as from a repercussion standpoint. You follow what I'm saying, guys? So the online gaming has to be the same way, okay? I understand about the privacy thing, but there has to be a way to kind of nip this in the bud, okay? Because a lot of people are sick and tired of this, okay? People should not be harassed just sitting online playing a game. So Microsoft and Sony is going to have to put stronger policies in place, okay? They're going to have to, like I said, monitor some of these conversations, okay? And what they could do, they could put a policy in place where if you want to play online, here's the rules and regulations. You have to adhere and you have to follow these rules, okay? Just keep in mind that you will be monitored and you will be recorded. Just like if you call a company, guys, to take care of business. What is the first thing that audio recording says? This call may be monitored and recorded for quality purposes. Microsoft and Sony can do the same thing, set these rules in place, and at the end of the day, if you hit accept, you can game online. If you don't accept it, you can decline, and you won't be a part of the community. Okay, so that's what I think needs to happen, and I think that will cut down on a lot of that. Now, if someone slips up and they actually accept that, and then they mess around later on and say something derogatory or whatever the case may be, guess what? Kick them offline. Okay, get rid of their profile. All right, shut down their gamer tags and don't allow them to be online, so they can't converse with other folks. Kick them out the community. That's all you have to do, and then they can spew that hatred, okay, and all that toxicness somewhere else. All right, but you guys give me your thoughts and opinions on that. That's what I think needs to happen, and I think that right there alone will probably cut down on a lot of those type of situations. All right. Also, guys, make sure that you like and share this content. I would definitely appreciate that. Also, if you enjoy the content, make sure that you smack the subscribe button. And lastly, do not forget to tap the bell symbol so you receive notification when the DC Show puts up new, or in some cases, updated content. So, I appreciate you guys watching, listening, and tuning in. Until the next time, have a good one.